All right, here we are. It's Saturday. I'm put my boat in a place called Scott's Park, and you put it into a canal. So I'm going down this canal, and this canal will connect me to Lake Skanaeateles, and I'm going to go up the eastern shore, and I'm going to a place called Stag's Cliff, and it's supposed to be an area where there's lots of fossils. So I'm not sure exactly what that means, but it was well written up in various Googles and some of the Finger Lake books that I looked at since I've been here. So I'm going down this canal. It's kind of icky looking canal, but it's a canal, and it's going to come down here and connect me with the lake. So I'm going to go down here and see how far. Boy, this goes quite a ways. I thought the lake was going to be right there, but it's not. There it is. I can see the lake now. You all can't. You'll see it here in just a minute. Come out of this canal, and I'll be in this lake, and the adventure will begin. There we go. Around this corner. Oops. Let me go a little bit wider here. There's some vines and stuff. I don't want to screw around with that. You end up hitting a log or something like that. If I get the boat to turn around a little bit, you can start to see the lake open up in front of me. So I'll take some more videos as we go along here, but this is Lake Skanaeateles, and I've just come out of Scott Park through the connecting waterway, if you want to call it that way, to the lake, and I'm going to go out here and paddle northeast along the shore, and they tell me about 2 miles up I should run into this place called Stag's Cliff, and I'll know it when I see it. I'd turn the camera around for a minute and tell you that here at Lake Skanaeateles today, and I've already paddled out of the channel, and I've come back down now. I'm in the lake, and I'm going to be working my way up the shore here, and I can't get over the water, and I can't figure out how to be able to show that to you. But you'll just have to trust me. The water looks to be about 15 feet deep. Now the water is cold. I think it's 68 or something like that. It's not terrible, but I don't see any reason for me to go out in the middle of that lake. So I'm going to stay here about 100 yards, maybe 150 yards offshore, and just work my way up the side here. Beautiful day. All right, I'm out into the main channel, out into the lake now. I've got to tell you, I've not seen water this clear since maybe Hawaii or a long time ago when we were in Jamaica, and the water is just pristine looking. It's hard to tell how deep it is, but I'm kind of looking down now as I'm talking, but it looks like it must be at least 15 feet, I would think. And it looks like the bottom is almost sandy looking. Most of the lakes I've been in, well, not all, almost all the lakes I've been in, with the exception of yesterday. Seneca Lake was pretty clear, but this is like a different level. This is really pretty. Wow. Very nice. So I'm gonna head up the shore here, or up the coast, and they tell me I'll know it when I get there. One guy said 2 miles, the other guy said 1.5 miles. So I'll I'll paddle up this way, and when I see something of interest, I will video it or take a picture. But this water is unbelievable. I've like I said, I've not seen this since I was in Hawaii. Wow, it's really pretty. Let's take some video of the sky. I think it's pretty interesting. Like I said, you can't really zoom in on anything because of the condition of the light, and when you try to zoom in, it gets all blurry. So I'll double check that when I get off the boat to see if the lens is colored or fogged over, but it just doesn't look good when I try to zoom in. I'll zoom in here. Turned on the camera, see if you could see this guy coming by in a jet ski. He is freaking flying. I wonder how fast they do get going. I'll bet you 45 miles an hour at least. Wow. Skies are getting a little dark again, but I went ahead and took my phone off and checked the radar, and there is no rain or thunder shower type activity anywhere near this lake. It's all north and east of us now. actually, it's up to where I'm going to be later next week. So, I guess that's a good thing if they're having that now. I did look, and weather looks a little iffy, and I decided I'm just going to ignore it and just deal with whatever I get dealt. If that makes sense. I mean, I'm not going to be stupid, but by the same token, I'm not going to, bail on my plans because it looks like it's going to rain for a day or two. So if it rains, as long as it doesn't thunder or anything, it's kind of cool to be out on the lake. Daytime temperatures up there, and I'm talking about Skanaeateles Lake up over the Canadian border where I'll be next week. And it looks like their daytime highs are like 72, something like that. So if I have to, I could wear my jacket. I brought my dry jacket with me. God, here comes some guy in a boat. Kind of going fast. Creating lots of waves for me. Thank you, buddy. And got my jacket with me, so if it rains, I can wear my jacket. It'll be a little bit warm, but I'll be dry. You can hear that boat go by. He stirred up some big wake coming my way. So I'm going to turn the boat this way a little bit. And you don't have to hit it head on, but it helps. Otherwise, you've got to tip the side of the boat into the wave. If you tip it the other way, you're exposing more of the hull. So it's kind of counterintuitive in that you wouldn't think you'd want to lean into it, but that's what you have to do is lean the boat into it. You want to expose the least amount of the hull to the wave that you can. So if you lean the boat into the wave and pull the side down like this, then it gives the wave less hull for the wave to hit against. That might kind of tip you on over. So there you go. Now you know everything about that I know. So these banks, you see how steep this bank is? Well, it keeps right on going that steep into the water. Sounds like a dumb thing to say, but I mean, it doesn't end at the edge of the water, it just keeps right on going. So even though I'm just a few, 10 yards, maybe a little bit more off the edge of the wall here, the water's got to be 10 feet deep. Huh. Well, after all that paddling, here I am, and I believe, I know it is. This is what they call the Staghorn Cliffs. As I get a little bit closer here, you can't. There's no way for you to see this. But the banks here are like solid rock. Well, not solid rock, but rocky, and there's all kinds of fossil formations in the walls here. Let me get closer, see if you can see. Okay, I guess this is it. I'm not sure. I'll keep looking, but I saw a guy in a boat, and I asked him, and he said, this is it. So, wow, keep talking about this water. I don't know if can you tell? It's just emerald green, like, oh my gosh, there's a big fish. Oh, there's a couple big fish. Oh, I've never seen that before either in these lakes. The water is so clear you can see the fish. And that one fish should look to be 2 feet long, but it's hard to say sometimes with the water. But wow, this is truly awesome. Now that I've gotten closer here, it's impossible for you guys to see this, but you'll just have to take my word for it. And like I said, just the water clarity is just unbelievable. Really pretty. I think I'm just gonna float around here for a while. Very pretty. A little video. Most of these houses along this lake are really small. Oh well, let me rephrase that. I'd love to have one, but they're small. I don't see any McMansions, and I think part of the reason might be is that let me turn the boat around this way some more. The banks on this thing are really steep. In other words, there's not a lot of shoreline. It just goes right down in, and then really steep. I got a friend in front of me here. Didn't see him until just a minute ago. Got a goose in the water. He's looking over his shoulder, wondering what in the world am I doing. But I understand you're not allowed to harass these birds. Not that I would anyway. But I'm hoping he'll take off. I'd like to be able to get that. I don't think he's going to take off. He's crackling. He is not. There he goes. I want to see him take off. Yeah, that's cool. There he goes. I think he's going to go out so far and he's going to stop. Yeah, he decided to go out there and he's going to stop now. So we'll leave him alone. Oh, well, you know, the sun is coming out. That's nice. That really changes the way things look. I am here on the eastern shore, so the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. So as long as I stay reasonably close to this shore, these cliffs keep me out of the direct sun, if you will, which is a good thing because it gets hotter and blue freaking blazes out in the sun. So that's the plan. So I've had about enough of this. I'm going to head back and I'm going to really take my time and work my way back on this coastline. And I turned on my map app so I can see how far it is I paddled out. I didn't turn it on because I was just following the shore anyway. It wasn't like I was going to get lost. So, but I turned it on just to see how far I've gone. Wow, I'm getting ready to come into this channel. It is getting like super kind of choppy here. So, you gotta be careful. Pay attention. Excuse me. Pay attention to what's going on. And that little kiosk thing there is kind of my marker. And just to the right of those boats is where I'm going in at. All right, back in the canal again. Working my way back up to the boat launch. As you can see, this is like a swamp, if you want. I guess you wouldn't call it a swamp, but this is the waterway that goes up here inland into the Scott Park where I put the boat in at. So about timed out on this. Couldn't really get out of the boat here. Almost all the land is private land. It's all posted, so I guess unless you had an emergency, you just don't want to get out and sit on somebody's property and drink a bottle of water, I guess. So at any rate, I'm just gonna paddle back on up here. I think it's about half a mile, I'm not sure. Here goes another boat. No, actually the boat's moored. Oh, okay. I didn't realize I didn't remember seeing those boats. But some little area here that you got to paddle through to get up to the dock. Kind of cool in a way. It doesn't look, the water doesn't look too icky, let's put it that way. Icky's a good word. It's kind of very descriptive, icky. It's kind of a brownish, and there's stuff floating in it. I don't know what the stuff is. Don't want to know. Good day. Had a great time. I'll have some time tomorrow. I'll probably come back to Skanaeateles Lake, but I'll put in at a different place.